If you watched my video from yesterday, then you already know that I talked about Avalanche releasing an incentive program to encourage projects and developers to build on the chain and users to come and try it out. In the past, this strategy has worked very well for chains such as Polygon and the Binance Smart Chain. We have also all seen how ecosystem growth on those chains led to massive price gains in the native tokens and in some of the projects building on those chains. That is why today I am going to be sharing how to get started using Avalanche and some of the top projects currently building in the ecosystem. Before I get started with that, make sure to subscribe and activate the bell icon so you do not miss out on more videos like this, as well as everything else I post here on the channel. So of course, the massive price increases in Avalanche has been something a lot of people have been trying to get in at, but now we're actually seeing a little bit of a dump in Avalanche, of course, together with the whole crypto market. So maybe now is a good time to at least start researching the coins to be prepared for the next massive pumps and get ready for that. So to start off with, in case you are unfamiliar with it, Avalanche is a base layer protocol with EVM compatibility, meaning that dApps on Ethereum can easily be transferred over to the Avalanche chain and that it works very similarly from both a developer and user point of view. Of course, the advantage of using Avalanche is far cheaper and faster transactions than what is available on Ethereum. To get started using Avalanche, you will need a wallet and to bridge some assets over to the chain. Luckily, a new and easy to use bridge was recently released by the Avalanche team, and you can actually get some free AVAX tokens for using it if you bridge more than $75 worth of assets. If you use MetaMask or another similar wallet, all you have to do to configure it is input this data in the network field and you are ready to go. As for the bridge, it is just as easy. Simply choose an asset you have on the Ethereum network, such as Ethereum or any of the tokens listed here, and then you just click transfer. Now that you know how to get started on Avalanche, let's look at some projects. An easy way to see a list of major projects on Avalanche is to sort by the Avalanche ecosystem in CoinGecko, which gives us this list right here. To start off with, stablecoins are an important part of any ecosystem. Right now, the two major stablecoins are TrueUSD and Frax. TrueUSD is a normal centralized stablecoin that is used across several other chains, while Frax is an algorithmic stablecoin. As you can see here, the peg to the dollar is working right now for Frax, but keep in mind that several other major algorithmic stablecoins have had major issues in the past. Of course, you will likely need to use a DEX if you want to take part in any of the DeFi protocols on Avalanche, and there are two primary options currently. First is Pangolin. Pangolin looks pretty much identical to Uniswap and has the advantage of having been one of the first projects to grow in popularity on the chain. It has handled $4.1 billion in volume and has more than $300 million in liquidity. You can also earn decent APYs on Pangolin by supplying liquidity. The other option for a DEX is Snowball. So Snowball is a bit more similar to PancakeSwap than Uniswap, as the team has also implemented some auto compounding yield opportunities, which are shown here. As you can see, some of the APYs are very high, but they are likely unstable. So keep that in mind if you decide to do some farming over on Snowball. You can also stake the native Snob token on the platform. One other interesting feature is the NFT marketplace. Moving on, another protocol available if you want to do some farming is Trader Joe. This project does also have a DEX implemented, but last time I checked, the liquidity was better on Pangolin and on Snowball. But Joe's does, however, offer some farming pairs that are not available anywhere else, so it is worth checking out if you're into that. You can also do single-sided staking of the native Joe token to earn XJoe, which can then be farmed here to kind of compound your rewards. There is also a USDC DAI pool if you want to earn a good APY on these stable coins. Next up is the top lending and borrowing protocol on the chain, and that is Benki, although it will be having some competition soon as Aave is moving to Avalanche as part of the DeFi incentives program. For now, however, you can lend out these 6 assets listed here to earn a bit of interest on them, or you can deposit them to the platform to take a loan out against them. The interface is very simple, which is nice, and that's pretty much all there is to the project currently. If Benki is going to compete with Aave, I expect that they will either be expanding the assets they support or adding some new features pretty soon. Along with the projects that I have mentioned already, two more familiar projects, Curve and SushiSwap, will also be expanding over to Avalanche as part of the incentives program. This is important to note because a part of the program is providing extra liquidity rewards to early users. So if you have some assets ready on Avalanche when Sushi, Curve and Aave goes live, you will be able to take advantage of those bonus rewards on top of the normal incentives for supplying liquidity. Next up, I want to talk about today's featured project, and this is actually not on Avalanche, but rather on the Binance Smart Chain, and that project is BetU. And as the name suggests, this is a betting project, which means the potential market for BetU to take advantage of is massive. There are some numbers shown here to explain just how much money is moving around the world of gambling. $4.3 billion was wagered on the last Super Bowl alone. $23.5 billion were wagered on esports in 2020. Almost $170 billion were wagered on sports online in 2020, and $391 billion were wagered on sports in total last year. Now that you have a bit of a better understanding of the size of the market BetU is aiming to take control of, let's take a look at how the project actually works. So BetU is powered by smart contracts and the BetU token. Because wagers are placed through smart contracts, not only is the system transparent and verifiably fair, but it also cuts down on the number of fees involved. A wager is created when one user creates and sets the terms of a bet. Other users can then browse the BetU marketplace until they find a bet they wish to take the other side of. That bet is then confirmed in a contract, and the BetU tokens used to take that bet are locked inside. When the winner is decided, they receive their payout of BetU tokens directly to their wallet. As you can see here, users will be able to bet on pretty much anything from any major physical sport to esports to F1 racing to a variety of types of fighting and much more. As I mentioned earlier, BetU tokens are used to place all bets on the platform, and the tokenomics are shown here. BetU is also used for governance, for staking, for holding to become a referee, to avoid fees, and everything else shown here. The pre-sale actually sold out in just 2 days at a price of 1.5 cents, and the public sale is currently taking place at a price of 2 cents. So it is good to see that there's not too big of a difference between the two sale prices, as it means that the pre-sale buyers will not be up many multiples beyond the public sale buyers. So I have been in touch with the team, and I have been able to get you a link which gives you 2.5% extra if you want to take advantage of that, and if you want to join their public sale. You can find the link in the, well, at the top of the description, so I will link it there. As always, do your own research, but a huge thank you to the BetU team for hooking me up with that link. So yeah, if you enjoyed this video, guys, let me know down in the comment section, and I will see you in the next one.